So the next topic is build improvements for the incremental build. I will switch to a different workspace. So one of the requests from one of the customers was to support incremental build when only make settings change. So now if you are changing something in the model, then incremental builds will be working fine. But if you are changing only compile settings in the for example, compile arguments or some link arguments, then we are not changing anything in the model. And before, incremental builds was not detecting that it should run compilation once again. So I have a very simple example. And here in the build settings, I have now I have empty compile arguments. So I will build. So now just everything is built. And if I will try to rebuild, my transformation configuration, now I will run build once again. And you see, nothing is rebuilt. So make does not do anything. But now, if you will update only make settings, for example, you will add some additional option to the compile arguments, then now the compilation will be run once again. So I'm running build. And you see that compilation was triggered once again, and as well the linking of the executable was triggered once again. So if I will change only link settings, for example, I will add some, I don't know if there is such an option, but I will just try. So if I will update only link settings, then when I'm running builds, yes, I was actually using wrong option, but oops, that was, oh, here, this is the output. But actually we see that when we run make, then only linking is rerun. Only linking is rerun, but compilation is not rerun. So this incremental build, it is working for both inclusive make and recursive make. If talking about the classical builder, we had similar functionality before in the classical builder, but it was supported only for recursive make files. But now for model compiler, we have implemented this support for both inclusive make files and recursive make files. So this is done by a simple trick. So we are generating additional file, that file, and it contains build settings. And this file in the make file, we have a dependency to this dot file. Oh, it's in the 0. It should be in the 0 and K. So here we have a dependency for LD dot it contains link settings, and this CC dot it contains compile settings. And only when compile settings change, only in that case the file will be overwritten, and makefile will rerun all the necessary compile or make commands. So if, for example, now if I will remove this -g, save, and add this -g, and they save again. So actually I was doing editing, and the file was updated. But when I will run build, then compilation will not be triggered once again, because this file will not be, or now I have again this from my -d, but here you see that we are not triggering compilation. Even if you're updating and then deleting something on the file, this cc.file file will not be overwritten if nothing changes in the contents of the build settings. So this is all about incremental builds. Do you have any questions?
Lena, does it also is it also relate does it also relate to the target system files? I mean, incremental build. For example, if someone want to tweak with target RTist, currently he has to clean and rebuild the target executable.
No, this does not. So you see here, only these settings are taken into account, and we are using this reference to CC, which is defined in target RTS. So we're not resolving the flags and compiler. And if you will change target RTS, then you need to explicitly run clean and then rebuild. But this change is not done, so it's very rare when you are changing target RTS on the same TC. So currently this incremental build, it is checking only settings specified in the TC. It does not check if you are changing the target RTS configuration. Only compile settings specified on the TC directly. So actually these compile arguments, compile commands, and also these link arguments, link command, only these settings. And also inclusion, of course, also inclusion paths. So if you will add here some new inclusion paths, then it will rerun compilation.